Hello duckies, Andy Lippy here, and I've not done a video in a little while because I've been busy with work and stuff, but this one is absolutely huge. Just before we even get into it, this is a new streamer bot. This is like an all-round everything. You guys have been following me because you've been using stuff like LioranBoard, Touch Portal, all that kind of jazz, BQ bot, you know how it is. Well, here's the new one on the block. It is just called Streamer.bot because that's what it does. It is a bot for streamers that does everything, okay? And I mean everything. So I'm not going to go into absolutely everything in this video, but this is basically going to be a showcase showing what it does. But before we get into it, I want to make sure we send this bot off to great success straight off the bat. So if you would just share this video, share it with everybody you know, bang it on Twitter, bang it on Instagram, do whatever you want. Really showcase this bot because it deserves a big spotlight, okay guys? You're just gonna love it. If you guys have been watching me on Twitch, you will have already seen this a little bit and you're already hyped. I know exactly who you guys are, right? But let's just get into it. I'm super excited. Let's get on with it. Put your rock on the stone. Let's go. It's very bright in here today. And let's just roll a cheeky little video that shows you some of the things that you can do with this. Custom C# code is blowing my mind.
News just in. Andi Lippy impressed by demo from VR Flad on what Streamer.bot can do. Epic things predicted for his channel in the future as a result. Now back to VR Flad.
So this is a cheeky little Spotify player, as you can see on the right hand side, the play, the pause and everything like that. This is been custom made using this bot that's coded in C#. Insane. So you even have a full viewer list that are on there, and you can see how many channel points they've used, their user ID, everything like that. You've got actions that you can do a ton of different things. These are like your buttons, which we're going to go into in a little bit in this video. You can see Lifesaver here has got absolutely tons of different things that are happening, making sources visible in OBS and just making stuff look amazing. Look at that happy birthday. How cute is that? We've got manual chat commands, so you can make your entire chat bot in here to have different commands to control OBS or just trigger things in chat, which is super awesome to see. We've also got speech to text. Yep, so if you say something, it turns it to text, or you can trigger different commands using speech. I know that is crazy, and it's all built directly into this bot. We've got Twitch stuff, so we've got polls and predictions, so you can get on-screen polls and predictions in OBS, for instance. We could do all sorts of different server connections. I'm not the best at this, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna brush over that. And then we've got loads of different tools in settings. You can see you can create a bot there. You can create different queue systems. Change your audio output from this. Streamlabs stuff for tips and everything like that. Create manual groups of people if you wanted to. Look at all the Twitch events that are here. We've got follows, we've got cheers, we've got subs, we've got first words, as you can see there. We've got resub, we've got gifted subs, gift bombs, raids, hype train, community goal, you name it. It is there, and you can set up any action to do absolutely anything you want, and it's super intuitive after you've used it for a little while. We've also got a credit system inbound as well, which basically just says anything that's happening in your stream, and you can bring it up on screen if you want to. Right, so let's just give credit to the creator, Nate1280. If you see him knocking about, definitely go and drop him some love. He comes into my Twitch chat sometimes. Go and see Lifesaver as well. He kind of put me in touch with Nate, and this is how this video's come around. So as we speak right now, this bot is not publicly available, but hopefully by the time this video is out, it will be. Alright, because they've let me do the launch for it, which is really exciting. Who trusts me with something like that, you know what I mean? But there's no website right now, but hopefully you'll be able to go to the link down below and download this bot ASAP. But I've got the wiki in front of me. So right now, Nate has not done the best, and we've already been through this, documenting absolutely everything that is available with this bot. But the great thing is, he's so open to feedback. So if there's something that's not right or something that you wish was in this bot, he totally takes it on board. I've been nagging it in for certain things already. I've been using it for about a week. I'm just like, oh, can we have this? Can we do this? Can we have that? Can we do this? You know, typical Andi Lippy style. Just ask for everything. It's just the way it is. But you can obviously see there's been a lot of revisions. So if you're used to using like LioranBoard, you'll be familiar with a lot of this kind of stuff that can be done with it. Like we can control channel points, we can do commands, we can do speech to text, we've got Twitch stuff with polls and predictions, we've got, there's literally, you name it, it's in this bot, all right? There's not many things that I've come across that aren't in there, which is great. And the fact that they're not in there, Nate says, yeah, that's cool, we'll add it. All right, there's so many things, and we've obviously got things like variables as well, so you can make custom code. Speaking of custom code, you can, if you know C#, you can actually do your own scripting completely in C# for anything that you want. So this can just run custom code to do anything. Just you guys that are programmers, you'll be mind blown right now. You've now got somewhere where you can just execute C# code and it'll do whatever you want to do with OBS, Twitch, and everything like that, which is insane. That is some high level. And yeah, if you keen viewers might know, I'm learning C# now. I'm actually going to learn how to actually program rather than just hitting a keyboard and hopefully something happens. Mind you, that is programming, right? Let me know in the comments if that's programming. But let's just get into it, right? Because I'm super excited about using this. So I've got the download just here. Yours will be slightly different because the launch is actually going to be version 1.0 rather than 0.63. But it's the same version, but not publicly available. So I'm going to right click and we're just going to extract it all. And we're just going to extract it wherever we want. I'm going to put it in here. There's loads of different things. So it runs as a standard .exe file, which will open in just a tick. But something I always like to do is call the folder whatever you want. You can put it wherever you want as well. So I just like to call it Streamer.bot like so. And then put it in documents or something like that. It's completely up to you where you want to run it from. I usually don't recommend buying stuff in the C drive. And I like to access stuff pretty easy. Because it does depend on your computer. Sometimes you might have some administration problems and it won't let you do certain things, but normally I've not found any issues just running it from documents. So let's open it and have a little look what we're going to be dealt with here. So the Streamer.bot.exe, we just open this up and Windows is going to protect our PC because, you know, viruses and things, but it's not a virus. It's fine. It's going to create a couple of folders and stuff in that folder. And we get greeted with this bad boy here. Here it says, I've got an update available for version 0.1. Exciting times. So right now, you can probably see this interface looks just like a standard Windows app, right? We can connect to Twitch. So if I press connect to Twitch, it's going to ask us to authorize. It's going to be like, yo, are you Andi Lippy? Obviously, if this is not you, you can log out, yada, yada, yada. We just roll down and press authorize. And then now it says you can close this window and return to your application. So if I go back to my application, oh, we can see all the people that are lurking in my chat right now on Twitch. Andi Lippy, he's a bit shady. Exceldro, he's always there. Exceldro, much love, dude. And all these people. We can actually get their numbers, as Lifesaver likes to say. This is their number. Call me anytime. I'll answer, trust me. So you're probably thinking, all right, Andy, get on with it. What does the bot do? What doesn't the bot do would be a probably easier question to answer. So we've got actions. For you LioranBoard members, think of that as your button. So what do you want your button command to do? That is basically going to be it. If I right click and add a button, give it a name, I'll call this test. We can create different groups for buttons, which is really nice. So I'll call this test group. We can do different queue systems as well. So if you have like certain things that you want to be on one queue, certain things on another queue, you can set up separate queues. I'm gonna press OK. And here we've got our first button that we've created called test. And it's in a little group that we can hide away. So things are nice and organized. So we've got test. And right now, it doesn't do anything. We've not told that to do anything. So we've got the sub action section just here. And look at all these things we can do. We can trigger other actions, delay, we can quote, random number. We got all sorts of stuff, C#. So if you want to code in C#, you can do everything manually. File, read and write. We've got logic for if statements. So it's pretty high-tech stuff. We've got OBS stuff. We got configuring your channel point rewards. We got slobs. Oh, damn! There's slob support. Whew. All right. So yes, it does work for slobs. We can play sound, and we can use some different Twitch things as well. These are all the pre-built ones. We can actually use a lot of OBS stuff using the raw OBS if there's not one of these commands that you want, but it's got all the standard ones that most people use anyway, like filter states, you've got source states, hide stuff, you know, your typical stuff. But right now, you're probably thinking, that's not going to work, Andy. You've not connected it to OBS, have you? So let's open up OBS. I've got a blank OBS just here. Let's close down my transmitter because we're not using LioranBoard today. We got Streamer.bot. We don't need to have anything else open, just Streamer.bot. So if I go to OBS just here, you probably see that nothing is connected here. So we need to connect to OBS. So you probably see we're not connected. So we need to connect up. So if we right click and press add just here, we can start connecting. We can connect as many different OBSs as we want. So I'm going to put main OBS just here. And the host is usually just your standard 127.0.0.1. If yours is different, you'll already know about that. And the port, remember, this is how the OBS WebSocket works. If you go up to tools and you've got WebSocket server settings, if you don't have WebSocket server settings there and you're not a frequent viewer of mine, that is just a standard OBS plugin that you can get. Just type in OBS WebSocket into Google and it'll come up. It's the first link. Just download it. So you can see my server port right here is 4446 rather than 4444, and I don't have a password there at all. So go back to Streamer.bot, and we've got 4446. So I'm going to put that in there. There's no password. We can do auto connect on startup if we want. Reconnect if it disconnects on a automated system, so it'll be connected again. Press OK, and you'll probably see right click, press connect. There we go. We're connected. So you can see current scene. Scene 2. We've also got whether or not we're streaming, and we'll see a list of sources. So now we've got OBS connected, we can start messing around with these actions. So I'm going to create this action just here. This is giving you just a basic. And go down to OBS. I'm going to create a GDI text source. We're going to select the scene that we're on. So we're on scene 2. As you can see in the bottom left here, we're in scene 2. And the source we're going to use is text GDI. It comes up in a really handy drop down and gives you all the sources that are on that scene. So if you selected a different scene, for instance, it will actually come up with all the different sources in that one scene, so you don't have to search for stuff. You can actually type into these boxes as well, which is really handy. So I'm going to type in this is a test just here, and watch this. I can press this little test button. So we're going to have this text type in there. So I'm going to zoom out, press test. Oh, damn. You can test your commands before you actually fully build them. So I'm happy with that. I can type something else in there. Test to ducky and press OK. So now we've got, whenever this action is triggered, it actually does this. So that is going to type in test to ducky. So we've got loads of different ways that we can actually activate that. If I wanted to create a channel point reward, you can see all my channel point rewards just here. I can right click at the bottom, press add, and we can give it a thing. So I'm going to call it test. Give it a cost to whatever we want. User input, so that's when we type in a message. Type all the information that you want in the channel point reward. Background color, all this standard jazz. And at the bottom here, you'll see action. If I click on this drop down, that test that we created earlier, the action's there. Press OK. So now this has created a channel point reward called test. And when I press it, I'll zoom out. Boom, test to ducky. So right there, in the space of literally a minute, we have created a channel point reward that interacts directly with OBS. How easy is that? And that is just one of the few things that you can do. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a load of examples of things that you can do with this bot. And I'm going to be covering plenty of stuff on this channel, so make sure you are subscribed. I'm going to be doing little tutorials like I have been doing with LioranBoard and everything like that to give you guys more ideas on what you can do with this. We can create chat commands exactly the same way. So if I create a chat command just here, I'm going to do exclamation mark test on this one. We can give that a group as well, so I'm going to talk more about that in the future. We've got the actions here. We've got this test button, but I want to create a new action, so I'm going to leave that as just test for now. Go back to actions, and I'm going to create another action. I can add it to the same group if I want to, just there, and I'm going to call this test 2. Like so, and I'm going to press OK. Add an action again, and we're going to use the OBS one. We're going to do the text GDI source as we did before. Same system. this is another test. And we could test that if we wanted to, but I'm going to press OK because I know it's going to work. Go back to my commands, double click on it, and you'll be able to see here we can change the group as we were doing before, but the action now will say test 2. So we're going to basically link that action to link this command to that action just there. We can give user permission, so only certain users can use it. We can also do group permission, so only moderators can do it, subscribers, VIPs, or a custom group. So you can have a special, a super VIP section that is not available on Twitch, but you can make your own. I don't know. There's loads of things that you can do with this. I'm going to just press OK for now. And that is it. That's it. It's all done. So if I go to chat now and type in !test, you'll see this is another test. Boom, like that. We've set up literally a chat command that interacts with OBS, and you literally world your oyster on this one. I genuinely think you guys that found LioranBoard a little bit too complicated, this will definitely be for you. It's so nice that you can group things together and put them down. As you can see just here, this test group, if I added another one, for instance, just call it blah 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 and don't put it in a group, look at that, it's in its own group there. So now I can turn this one down. It's so nice for managing. And also, you see all these actions on the side, we can actually put them into groups as well. So if I right click, move to group, new group. Woo! Absolutely beautiful. And like I say, that is just scratching the surface of what this bot can do. If you do want to learn more, then 100% make sure you are subscribed. Enjoy, alright? Put your rock on the stone. I'll see you in the next one. Remember, if you want to support me, then consider joining Patreon or channel member, all that jazz. And make sure you share this video because I'm sure all your streamer pals are gonna love this one, alright? Put your rock on the stone. Love you guys. I just want to say a huge thanks to all my patrons that help make this content full-time, make it free for you guys, and also a huge thanks to all my YouTube members. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and the community. Keep it up, guys.